we should behave basically in our day-to-day life in such a way that we should not give any sorrow to everyone. Instead, we should give happiness and joy to everyone as much as we can. And if we dare to take even a step towards speaking the truth, then Baba is always with us. So, how to become that? How to be so strong and powerful so that we can be an inspiration for everyone? So, Baba has given a very detailed explanation regarding that. So, we'll start with the Murli. Today's title is One Who is Beyond the Spinning of Maya and who is a spinner of the discus of self-realization. Swadarshan Chakradhari will remain under the canopy, that is Chatradhari in the future. So the title itself explains us that we should be happy regarding whatever has happened in the drama is very good, and we should stop thinking about all the negative things. So proceeding with the Murli, today Bap Dada is happy seeing the present and the future of all Brahmin children. Each one who is a spinner of the discus of self-realization becomes one who stays under the canopy. Only those who are spinners of the discus at the present time become those who stay under the canopy in the future. If someone is not a spinner, he cannot come under the canopy. That means Baba says that we always have to remember that we are improving each day. Nothing is going wrong. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. So if someone is not a spinner, he cannot come under the canopy. The children who constantly spin the discus in this short, invaluable time of confluence age, that is, those who spin the discus all the time are souls who remain under the canopy for all the time. Those souls who are spinners will have authority over Maya. Souls who have authority over Maya can claim a right to the Father's unlimited inheritance. That is, those who are spinners of the discus of self-realization remain under the canopy. Can you constantly see the discus and the canopy? So Baba is asking that can you be in the constant experience of Baba's love and your fortune? So Baba is telling to always experience that joy. What symbol would be visible for a soul who spins the discus? Have all of you seen your own symbol? Those who spin the discus will be visible as those who have a canopy of light now. The visible symbol of the discus that is shown is the disc, halo of light. Those who have such a disc halo will be constantly free from the various types of spinning of Maya. In the same way, they will be constantly free from many types of spinning of wasteful thoughts, of the awareness of their own bodies, from the spinning of Lokik and alokik relations, free from the spinning of the nature and sanskars of their many births, and free from the spinning of the attractions of matter and the elements. So this is a very important point that we have to keep on remembering, that all these things who have which are wasteful for us. That is awareness of the bodies from the spinning of Lokik and alokik relations. We have to keep a balance between the two, free from spinning of the nature and sanskars of many birds, and free from the spinning of attractions of matter and the elements. All these things keep us disturbing us. So apart from the spinning of the discus of self-realization, they would not be involved in any other type of spinning. Through the powers they have received from the Father, they would also free other souls from the many different types of spinning. What would be the symbol for the many types of spinning of Maya? So first Baba gave us the thing of spinning of the self-realization, that what we are going to become now. Now Baba is giving us the explanation for spinning of Maya. Just as a soul who spins the discus would have a crown of light and have a right to the Father's inheritance, in the same way, what would be the symbol of those who become involved in many types of spinning of Maya? Just as the souls have crowns of light over their heads, so too these souls would have not crowns, but burdens of many types of obstacles. They would constantly experience one kind of burden or another on their heads. That is, they would constantly experience this in their intellects. Such souls would constantly be in debt and ill. Their faces and foreheads would constantly have a question mark. They would constantly be asking the questions why, what, how, in every aspect. Their intellects would not be able to become stable even for a second. That is, they would not be able to put a full stop. The sign of a full stop is a point. That is, they would not have the stage of a point even in their thoughts. In their words and deeds, they would not know how to let the past be the past and put a full stop and have the awareness of nothing new. Nor they would have the awareness of whatever happens is beneficial. When you see a question mark, that symbol is crooked. That crooked means which is not even. To write a full stop is very easy. It is more difficult to write a question mark than to write a full stop. So to ask many types of questions, either of the self, of others, or of the Father, is a sign that the soul is not a spinner of the discus of self-realization, and so that soul cannot remain under the canopy. So Baba is saying that if you are not under the canopy, that means if you are in the Brahmin life, but you are not experiencing that joy and that comfort in that Brahmin life, that Urti Kala, that a state of Urti Kala in the Brahmin life. So that means you are not spinning the discus of self-realization. Instead, you are thinking about all the outer things which are disturbing you. We have to keep on remembering that this is nothing new. We have passed all the exams, and today also Baba is giving us the courage to take one step towards positivity. So such souls would constantly be asking questions of the self. Will I be able to become an embodiment of success? When coming into contact with everyone else, will I attain success and become a soul close to them? Will I be able to move along with the nature and sanskar of everyone else? So this is the main challenge in front of us whenever we come into group to do seva. So we have very much consciousness regarding as to what will be the relationship between me and everyone else. So will I be able to make everyone content? They will have many such questions of themselves and also of others. Why is this one behaving with me in this way? Why am I not getting special cooperation? Why am I not mentioned or given regard? They will have many questions of others in this way. They will also have similar questions of the Father in this way. Since Father is the Almighty Authority, why is He not changing my intellect? Why is the one who is able to take others beyond with just a glance, not even looking at me? Since He is the Father, and if He accepts me as I am, what I am, accepts me belonging to Him as belonging to Him, then it is His responsibility to take me across. And since He is the bestower, why is He not giving me what I want? He is Trikaldarshi. He knows about my three aspects of time: past, present, and future. So why is He not enabling me to claim a high status through His own powers? They make such sweet complaints to the Father. So this is a love for the Father in a way that we are complaining to our Father that why you are not fulfilling my wishes. In the Lokik also, when we are small children, so we become stubborn. So we are now becoming stubborn in front of Baba also. On the one hand, they have the burden of many births, and on the other hand, because of being children of the Father and not fulfilling the duty of giving the return of receiving all rights from the Father, that is, because of not fulfilling their duty, they incur a debt. A burden of debt makes all weaknesses in a soul take on the form of an illness. How can those who have such double burdens become spinners of the discuss of self-realization? So many times there is a situation, there are circumstances there where we want to change, but we are not able to change ourselves because we are not looking at ourselves. Instead, we are complaining the Father that why you are not fulfilling my all wishes and why you are not giving me all the powers. So the main thing Baba is explaining that we are not giving him the return. We are in debt. He is giving us so much of love and palna, we say, but still we are not valuing that thing, and we only approach to Father for a selfish reasons when we are in need. So Baba says, one who are those who spin the discus, and the other are those who carry a burden. How would souls who carry a burden become double light? This is why the sound that emerges from the such souls again and again is that they don't experience anything. They continue to listen to everything and continue to move along, but they cannot see the destination of any attainment. What would the Father do when he hears and sees that the children are feeling something to be very difficult? He would smile. What else would he do? Nevertheless, because of having the relationship of the merciful Father, he continually gives you courage and enthusiasm by telling you that you are the children who have gained victory many times. When you maintain courage, that Father will help. Therefore, when you maintain, that Father will help. Therefore, continue to move along. Do not stop. Become victorious once again, as you did in the previous cycle. When you even remember the Father for just a second with an honest heart, and in all relationships, The experience of meeting and attainment of 1 second will repeatedly take you away from all other things and continue to draw you from the Father, draw you to the Father. No matter how weak you may be, you can at least remember the Father for a second. In return for the weak souls having the courage to have 1 second's remembrance, the Father helps them 1,000-fold. What else could Baba do for them that would be easier than that? Or should the Father even have yoga on your behalf? You are delicate children, are you not? Delicate children even play mischief with the Father. Therefore, do not become mischievous, nazyukt, but become those who understand all secrets, razyukt, and who act with wisdom, yukti yukt. So this is the most important line, that we become delicate children and do mischief with the Father. That means we surrender, we first only say give up in the first go. Whenever some Nimit teacher gives us an advice, we do not take out courage to say yes. We say that mujhse to nahi hoga, I am giving up. It's not my cup of tea. So in that case, we are just running away from the situation and not ready to face the situation. So Baba says that the situation has come to improvise yourself. Then why are you letting yourself down? Have some courage, have some honesty within you. Just remember me for a second at least, then see what magic appears. So Baba says that do not become nazyukt, become those who understand all secrets. That means razyukt. You should understand, you should become trikaldarshi and seeing the situation, we should understand that something, what is good behind it for me, and also who act with wisdom, that is yukti yukt. So accordingly, we have to gather power within ourselves and act accordingly to the situation, react accordingly to the situation. So instead of blaming others, we should be calm and always climb up the ladder. So Baba is saying, to such souls, do you understand? Acha. So to such souls who spin the discus and so have the canopy, and who make themselves and all other souls greatly powerful from being weak, to souls who sacrifice all weakness in a second, to such greatly powerful souls who offer the great sacrifice, that is, to the master karma yogi souls, those who use all their powers as weapon, to such easy yogi souls, Bap Dadas, love, remembrance, and namaste. From us children, a love, remembrance, and namaste to Bap Dada. Om Shanti. Now we'll remain in silence for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll start with the churning of the Murli. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So to begin with, Anyone would like to start with what Baba has, what main indication has Baba given to us today through the Murli?
Om Shanti, sister. Good morning.
Good morning.
Baba has given a process as to why children are not able to have self-realization. Baba has given 2 points, 2 reasons. One was inability to return the rights for which Baba has given us, and second is the burden of past births, past many births. So because of these two, children are falling weaker and uh, becoming ill, because of which they are not able to have self-realization. And because of these two burdens, children are not even double light. And hence they start complaining that all of these are leading to children not self-realizing and starting to complain. But Baba still smiles upon them and gives them courage, is what Baba has said. So one thing I realized is returning the the good for what Baba has given us. That could be in the form of Gyan, Yog, Seva, and Dharana. And second is how to solve the burden of the past births is what is not known to me. But I understand that this should be in the form of again yoga. Probably that would help us to come out of these two aspects and then become better and then have self realization. Yes. Thank you, sister. Om Shanti.
Yes, very true, brother. When we are yukt, when we do yoga, then all our obstacles get removed from our way, because Baba helps us with the, as from the previous Murlis also we have seen that it is all about the power of thought, and the first thought we create for a situation leads us to the siddhi, so success. So we have to make ourselves so powerful, so yukt, that no waste thoughts or no trivial burdens also harm us or affect us in a way that we are not able to focus on our targets. So anyone else who would suggest any yuktis, how to become yogyukt in such a way that how to come out of the burdens, of such kinds of burdens? Baba says that you are givers. If you have to give me return for what you have received, then please share your things with others. That means parents also teach us when they give tiffin to their children. So they say that please share it with your friends and then eat. They do not say that you eat yourself only. So Baba also says that I am giving you such things so that you should share with others. So this is the point where we are lacking, I think. We are just becoming self-centered and doing whatever purusharth for ourselves only. But we have to think of others also. So any other point anyone would like to share?
There is one point mentioned into the chat from Usha Behan. She's saying that even with 1 second remembrance of father, one can get thousand-fold help from the father. I remember one class from Riza Dadi where she mentioned that even you are most busy in your work life, even in your personal life or family life, you take at least 2 seconds to drink the water. You take at least 5 to 10 minutes to have a lunch. Even if you skip your breakfast due to your workload or anything, you at least take 10 minutes to have your lunch. So through these when you take these little breaks into your daily routine, into your busy routine, do all these small things into the remembrance of Baba. So that just like we say in Hindi, boond boond se talab bhagta hai. So these little breaks of 1 second, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, when we do little things in this way, in the remembrance, we will become habitual to this, and then it will become more easy that even if we are just doing nothing, or even if we are doing uh, any common thing, any normal thing, we will be able to remember Baba. So we will be able to do two things together. Inside, we will be remembering Baba, and outside, we will be doing our work. So that is very nice point she has mentioned here. And in Korea's Murli, Baba says that even the 1 second remembrance will give you the help, because that will become your habit. First thing, it will become your habit, and when it becomes habit, it will be more easy to remember more. So if I'm able to do it for 1 minute, 10 minutes, then I'll also be able to do it for half an hour, for 1 hour. So that will really help. So that is a very nice point, which I like. And thank you for giving time to share.
Yes, thank you, sister. Even I agree with you that everything starts from now, and from somewhere we have to start. So, with the 1 second only, if we start, that we can change the positive, negative to positive. As Baba said, and there's a power in silence. So this is silence. When we take we when we value even a second, बाबा के साथ एक एक लम्हा बहुत कीमती होता है, that it is not necessary to sit for the yoga, but ek ek lamma is precious. So thank you, sister. And anything else?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.
When I was reading this title of the Murli, a title which Baba gives as SCD, swadarshanchakradhari. For that, what I have to do, I'll have to first spin and play and destroy. So as I spin and spin, you can see just like when Krishna took on his finger the discus, and they show it spinning, the heads of the demons were cut, the vices were cut. And then he brings and heralds a kind of tranquility in the atmosphere. But here, I like that word which Baba, I always like this word, canopy. I remember, I don't know the exact thing, I remember an advertisement where there is a girl who is down, she is having a chocolate, and there is a guy above on the terrace who's holding an umbrella. And as and when she crosses, wherever the umbrella is above her, so she's very safely, nicely eating her chocolate. So whenever that advertisement comes in, I always think myself to be down, I'm doing mischief, running away from here and there. But right above, Baba is there, holding the canopy for me to see, oh, this child of mine is running here and there, I have to protect her. So the swadarshanchakradhari and chatradhari, the canopy, is a beautiful kind of a thing. Whose responsibility? See, there are two responsibilities. Swadarshanchakradhari is my responsibility. I have to spin. He cannot come and spin my discus. He cannot come and do yoga for me. And if I am doing what he wants me to do correctly, he will hold that protection over me, a canopy over me. I always love, that is his job. He has to do. I know, but no need to do, will it happen, not happen? No, he better do it. Because I am doing my job, what he has told me he will do. So I love this deal between me and Baba. So I keep telling Baba, okay, here I am, I'm going to spin this, discuss. So that is one concept which I always like. The word canopy is such a thing. So that's the first title itself, I think, will give us a lot of churning, a lot of self-responsibility, and a lot of what is the vision for the future. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Very wonderful explanation given by you. Example is has taught us that we do not have nischay on Baba, that Baba is there with us. So where we forget Baba and all try to search some other ways which give us temporary comforts, and so we start we start spinning the discusses of Maya, and there we come into debt and ill. We even become more weak. So yes, Baba is always with us, and from your explanation, I also remember that if we have other power, at least Baba says that the soul power does not get to zero. It is there's some, at least for 1% also, there is some power left within you. And then with that power, when we remember Baba with an honest heart, then he meets us. Then we get to know him. So yes, if we can do that, then Baba is the further journey will automatically be solved. So that is why yes, Baba is always there in the canopy, we are in his canopy, and so we should be very, very happy. Anything else?
Om Shanti. I think it is also worth churning more on this swadarshanchakradhari discuss of self-realization, because there are so many advantages that which Baba talked about. Spinning the discus of self-realization, it cuts our weaknesses, our the sins that we have committed in the past, and then this is the basis. We claim the highest position in the golden age, and here also Baba says we have to show the courage. Then Baba is there to help us. And Baba says, you have done it many times in the previous kalpas, the previous cycles. So you should be able to do it again. So that gives a kind of courage, right, for us that to do it again. So we know that we have done it in the previous kalpas, so we should be able to do it again. And this swadarshanchakradhari is actually making us trikardarshi. Some people do it in 1 minute, 1 second, 1 hour. Also, there are different ways to spin this sudarshan. So the advantages are different. The more we take time to think over and go through each yugas, right, then the experience is different, and there are multiple ways that we can spin the discus of realization. We can go by going through the cycle or our past births and how we lived and so on, and others can share how they spin the discus of realization, so that might help others also take some point from them. Because as we know, we all need on our journey, when we do this discus of self-realization, swadarshanchakradhari, we also need some sort of a newness, right? When otherwise doing the same tips and techniques every day might bore us, right? So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Very simple point. Because yes, sister.
When he said that, honestly speaking, even I used to think all that. What is this great thing? Just remembering what I was. I was there, I was there, I was there, I was there, I'm now here. But I used to just follow. Why? Because my teacher has given, Baba has given. Whether I'm experiencing it or not, I'm realizing it or not, I really used to strictly follow like a homework. like Baba had said in one of the Murlis, 8 times in a day you have to spin. So I used to do, but honestly, if I want to share, I never used to get that kind of a thing. I used to say, oh, Girija, what? You were in corporate, you were in this. No. But I remember once in Padramani, Bhap Dada, he was there in that Spark Swarup. When he came forward and that full face was in his voice, in Bhap Dada's voice, and he's sitting there and I'm sitting there in that meeting. When he took us, I really felt like it was something beautiful, I'm telling you. When he said, you are a point of light. Then he said, you are in heaven. It was as if, he's lifting me and he's taking me to heaven. Then he said, okay, now you are Durga, you are Ganesh. Then he said, now over. Now I have pulled you. You've got a nice berth over here. And then he made me an angel. Believe me, that experience of listening in Baptada's voice and that what happened, I don't know. It gave me a thing to realize this is my journey. This is what you've gone through. This is where you are now. And now Baba is waiting to jump you, take you across. This is my experience. Otherwise, I just used to, that Patswarup book they gave us something. I used to just follow. मैं एक चमकदार लाइट हूँ, मैं देवात्मा हूँ, मैं पूज्य हूँ, मेरा भाग्य भगवान ने खोल दिया है, मैं फरिश्ता हूँ. In a minute, that was over. But once that thing I heard from Bap Dada's voice, I don't know what happened. Probably that was like an insulin injection for me. I liked
That is the thing which is required, sister. That is the feeling which we all seek for in the Brahmin life. When we feel everything what we learn, so then only we can move further, much further, and also other souls will also experience that same thing from us. Will see their face, they will see our faces, they will see our happiness, then they will realize there is some fortune they have. So they will come close to Baba through this experience only. That is why Baba says that if you want to become Mayaji, then keep on spinning this Swadarshan Chakra every time. Then you will become Mayaji. Because as brother said, there are different, should be different spinning this. Only then we can happily enjoy this journey of remembering Baba and do not disturb ourselves in this journey. So yes, and even my experience is also that you should have once I had heard in the class that at least गाय जितनी तो अक्ल रखो ना. मतलब Chakradhari Dad, he had said that when you sit for the yoga and you are not able to concentrate, then you remember this point that गाय को भी जब बिछड़, when a cow gets away from his group, then the cow knows where my group is and it searches automatically and gets into the group. Even the cow has that sense. So we should have that. All we are human beings, so we should have at least that sense that we should not forget Baba. We should that is the thing which is required. Then we will definitely become powerful yogis. And making traffic controls every time is also important. 5 to 10 minutes traffic control every hour. That is very effective. Anything else? Anyone would suggest?
Just adding on to that. So here, Baba often say, na, this victory and defeat, right? That is also a Sudarshan Chakra. So we become victorious and then over a period of time, we lose all our divinities, everything will be lost. So when we think of that, that is also Sudarshan Chakra. And then Baba says of one Bajoli game, right? That is also Sudarshan. Bajoli game, I don't know what is the English word of it. And then Baba says, this game, it's a game of merge and emerge. So all the divinities that are in merged form within us. And the more we do this or spin this chakra, right? And then all the divinities that are in merged form are going to get emerged form. So in another way, it is all there in our chitta or in our subconscious mind, and all we need to do is the more we recollect that, and those will come up from merged form, it will start emerging. I think that's the reason Baba wants us to spin this as much as possible. And even the Murli, Sakar Murli, you take any Murli, all will be Swadarshan Chakra. Well, yeah, like somebody mentioned, somewhere Baba will talk about Satyug, Parandam, or the Dwapar Yug or Treta Yug. So when Baba says na in Murli, we start visualizing that. So when we listen Murli also, it's kind of a Sudarshan Chakra that we are spinning there. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. So in this, the key word is cycle. So when we become spinners of the discus of Maya, then what happens? We all know this, that whenever we have negative thoughts, they are continuous. It's very difficult to put a stop over there. And one by one, they keep on coming, and they are in the form of a cycle. Oh, this happened in the past, or this one said this, or this should not have happened like this, or I should have done like that. They are unstoppable. We all have experienced this. And Baba also knows this, because we have a burden of sins since the past 63 births. There's a lot of burden in the soul. So what Baba does, Baba gives us this yukti of swadarshan chakra. Now this is, again, this is also cyclic. See, the key word is cycle. He tells us that yes, you are in the habit of going into your past again and again. Most of the psychological cases, the mental and emotional issues that people are facing today, research shows that more than 80% of the time we are in the past, and remaining time we are in the future. And in the present, we are very, very less in the present moment. And that is the main reason of all the mental sicknesses. So Baba is the highest psychologist, highest counselor. He's the highest coach. He comes and gives us the yukti. Okay, you want to enjoy your past? Okay, go into the past that is so beautiful. Because this is the nature of the mind. He says, you were this, you were a deity, you were worship worthy. Now you are a Brahmin, then you will be an angel, and then you will be in your home as a point of a light. Okay, I am giving you this tool because Baba knows the nature of the mind. That is why he is replacing that discus that is going to deplete us with the discus that is going to make us complete. So this is Baba's way of using the mind. Baba gives us the tool to use the mind power in an elevated way. That is how Baba helps us and helps us break the cycle of memories of sins. Because we are replacing over here the bad, the sad memories with elevated memories. And as we all know, the time is cyclic. As jo past hai, that is going to be the future. Because if I am thinking that, oh, I was a deity so many years back, I was worship worthy, then actually it is going to be a future. After a few years, it is going to be a future. So by being in the present now, by focusing in the present now, we are making our future very beautiful. So using this nature of the mind doesn't settle at one place. It is the nature of the mind to keep thinking, So replacing negative waste thoughts with powerful, positive, elevated thoughts. So that Baba tells us you have to do this replacement and empower yourself. Thank you, Baba.
Bhavanaben, shall we move on to meditation?
Rakiben, can I just ask her a small doubt?
Sure.
Rakiben?
Yes, Girijaben, go ahead.
Just a small doubt, sister. See, the self-realization, very good. I can do it myself. Ask me to do it. It's my journey, my touching. I can do it. See, if any other knowledge, I can give it to others. Tell them about Paramdam, give them an experience of Shiv Baba and all. But this, when Baba said, show the cycle to others, there's a big obstacle in that. So what is that technique which I should really make others also realize the cycle? So can I, even though is my journey and their journey the same, how can I know whether their journey is the same? That imparting the cycle knowledge to others, that's one thing, it's something which is something which doesn't move fast.
Bhavanaben, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, sister. Uh, as Baba said, that you need to be aware of all the requirements of all the people around you, not just yourself. And when you see that, then you always keeping in remembrance that people are watching you, and so every action of yours is being recorded. So when we are in that remembrance, so my every action will become perfect, because then only people will get to know that yes, they are not thinking about the past, or they are not getting disturbed by this present situation, but they are seeking for the solutions. So by getting inspired through this habit, they will also become swadarshanchakradhari like us, and always get closer to Baba. Anyone else, if have any other solution to this thing, if uh, any better solution?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.
By being an embodiment of change, how we have changed over and won over our own mistakes, or are experiencing joy and enthusiasm by following self realization and improving upon it, can prove others that yes, such a process is possible and they might adopt it. Thank you, sister.
So, sister, are you satisfied with the answer?
One more thing can be done,
Yes,
that
sister.
when we explain to like the newcomers that time is cyclic, time is not linear. The usual concept in the world about time is that time is linear. But when we show them, when we give them the example of the clock, that see, time moves in a cycle, seasons move in a cycle. All these things, when we give them the example that it is cyclic, similarly, the time for the soul, it is also cyclic. Then the journey of a human being, from a child it grows to an adult, and then it becomes old, and then it leaves the body, then again it takes a new body, so that is also cyclic. Similarly, there is an unlimited cycle of 5,000 years in which the soul, we can like explain, the soul was full and complete. The degree to which we have discussed, we have spun the discuss of self-realization, I will be fully convinced when from that stage of conviction I will explain to someone the soul will not have questions. The soul will automatically connect and relate to it. The thing is, how much conviction is there in my speech, in my words? Then the soul will be touched automatically, because Baba says, Anubhav sabse badi authority hai. The power of experience that I have, my experience will be transferred to that soul when my experience is deep and powerful.
And that will be attained only by practice and practice and practice, only practice. The more I practice, the more I experience, the more I get experience, the more I get conviction in myself. And when I'm convinced, it's a very right sister, when I'm convinced, don't need to give too much explanation. The authority of the word, the authority of the experience, the energy that I ready, that gives.
Your voice is breaking, sister. Your voice is breaking.
Is it okay now? Hello?
No, it's breaking.
No, it's okay. I was just,
There is a background noise.
yeah, yeah. I'm in the all in the Madhuban right now. So that's why.
Someone is unmute. Maybe that is why.
No, it's maybe my diagnosis. I was
One more thing over here to be mentioned is, how does a shrewd salesman in the world do? He connects the product with the need of the person. Similarly, when we give this knowledge to newcomers, we should connect the need of that soul with the knowledge that we have to offer. When we make this connection, then that soul gets touched.
Yes,
Finally,
yes, sister.
I know time is running out. I'll just very briefly say, I have tried all this. I'll tell you just one very small what I do, because the earlier thing has failed. Whenever I just tell them that you will become that, I have such kind of souls who say, who believe in a human being will never be born as a human being. A human being, or the soul also becomes an animal or an insect. They have such kind of dogmatic views. So I try, even if I tell them, see, you were in the copper age, you were in this one. Secondly, I do not know the journey of that soul, because all souls do not come in the first part of the cycle. So when I got both the secrets, what do I do now? Yes, I spin the cycle myself, one. Secondly, what I do is I give them accurate knowledge of Baba, Paramdam, and the Golden Age. They believe in Golden Age. I don't know how. They believe that Bharat was there and all. I don't know how. They believe there will be Krishna coming and being born after the Pralay. I don't know what's that concept they believe. So I take that concept and I say, yes. So be part of that process. Then I said, it's now Baba, just like he gave me the injection of the cycle, he will give them that 1 minute in this. So I have not tried to do, because there is so much concept about these 5,000 years, which many people argue with you. So I just do this: Baba, Paramdam, Golden Age. And I just see what they know, the knowledge, how they have come back. Accordingly, I do. But I don't directly give the cycle.
Okay, nice Yukti, sister. So moving on with this, all these solutions, we plan to have a better life, which is full of giving joy to others. Om Shanti. Let's proceed with the meditation.